Welcome to Redefine Reality, where we trade raw stories that activate your soul to courageously lead you to a healthier, happier, more authentic, and magnetic you. I'm your host, Rita Pira, a Middle Eastern Christian woman that broke free and created a new reality. By defying the societal and cultural expectations that we were programmed to obey, you'll see and feel the magic of the universe as you allow your soul to play and lead the way. Despite the fear of judgment, failure, and even being seen, you'll take courageous action and manifest your wildest dreams. My intention is to inspire you to be free and do whatever you're lit up by and guided to get you to stop doubting and start believing in yourself and find your way to abundance and optimal health, to elevate your environment and reach and embody enlightenment, to release the guilt and shame and rewire your subconscious brain, to light a fire under your ass and get you out of your own way at last, moving you straight into action and mastering the law of attraction. My ultimate goal is for each episode to activate your soul, to trust your intuition and know that you are whole, so you can live your purpose and make an impact and shed all the layers of what's holding you back and dimming your light, because it's time that you rewrite your life story. Hello. Welcome back to Redefine Reality, formerly known as Trading Raw Stories, but we still do that. We be trading stories, baby. Anyway, it's week 4 in my rapid resolution therapy training, and I'm here to share a perspective that will redefine your reality that I personally learned from Dr. Jon Connelly. He's the founder of Rapid Resolution Therapy, RRT, and an author of Grief is Not Sacred and Life-Changing Conversations. So I'm calling this a freaking mind hack, because once you become aware or conscious of this happening in your mind and you get to the root of why, you'll be able to catch it and flip it in the moment, which is something that I do with my clients anyway. But this is completely clearing how you feel about a situation, causing you to feel the guilt or the shame or the resentment and all the shoulda, woulda, couldas all over the place. You get to shift your energy, which affects your reality from that new point of attraction. So let's jump right in, shall we? And the only thing, if you take away anything from this, is this: the only reason the mind generates any emotion is to cause a behavior in the form of an action. Meaning, the only reason your brain, your mind, is generating an emotion, it's to literally get you to either do something or not do something. Surprise! I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely loving all these sound effects I've been fucking with lately. Anyway, so in RRT, guilt is an emotion that's caused by your mind to get you to do or not do something previously. And resentment is an emotion that's caused by your mind to get someone else to do or not do something previously. Keyword here, previously. And so your mind is creating this emotion, not the environment or the actual thing happening, because it's not actually happening. So if you think about a past event with the idea like, oh, I should have acted differently, I should have done this differently, I should have done that differently, and it's back then, back in the day when the day was back, your primitive mind is interpreting it as a thought, as if it were about a situation that's happening right now. And so then it makes you think that it's something you can actually do something about right now. So you get to get your brain to understand, hey, this is not happening right now. There's nothing I can do about this right now. And so going back to the last episode where it's like, I actually can't. So telling your brain, I can't, gets it to stop asking you to do the things that you actually cannot do, because they are in something that doesn't exist that we call the past. So to the primitive mind, if there is a thought right in this moment, the thing that I'm thinking about must be happening right in this moment. It means something can be done about this thing that I'm thinking about right in this moment. It's trying to get me to do something about this thing that must be happening now, because it's causing me to experience an emotion to do something about it right now, even though I literally can't. Okay, so in this example, in this episode, we're talking guilt, shame, and resentment, right? So most people believe that there are things that they should or shouldn't have done. They also believe that there are things that others should or shouldn't have done, right? So it's like, oh, she shouldn't have done that. If she didn't do that, I wouldn't have done this or whatever. These beliefs are causing you to experience the feelings of guilt, resentment, and shame. And these are really dysfunctional feelings that are unique to humans only. There are no other life forms or other animals or anything that experience these emotions. They're just completely fully present, and we're over here future tripping and thinking of things that happened in this thing called the past. So if we can consciously think of something in a way that causes us to experience these feelings like guilt and shame and resentment, then we can say that this is preoccupation. It's like running a program in the background, and it's outside of your conscious awareness. So it's always running even when we're not aware of it, just like the radio waves are always there, even though the radio is not turned on, right? So from the RRT perspective, when you're preoccupied, your mind is running the unconscious program in the background. And that is sucking up the energy from like the processor that is your actual conscious mind. So it's like things that are not serving you, that it's like you have a computer that's open, you have all these windows open, all these browsers open, and you're not even using them anymore, but they're not closed loops. They're not closed chapters. There's still things that are open and functioning in the background. It's slowing down your computer, similar to your brain. So you have these unconscious programs, these background programs. The more energy that you release from those, the more energy that becomes available, causing your brain to work better and faster. So sometimes when you're in this preoccupation, it's not just the background that's being affected or running in the background, but it's also front and center sometimes on the screen. And that's actually worse because it's not just sucking up the energy below the surface and out of your conscious awareness. It's also causing distractions, like conscious distractions. So in humans, this advanced mind that we have, it has the ability to remember the past and imagine the future. But the primitive part of your mind, the primitive facet is like a wolf mind is what we learned. And it's not conceiving of the past or the future. It has no knowledge at all of that. It doesn't entertain what does not have actual possibility or value. Let's get into the reasons these emotions are even experienced and why they are unpleasant or painful. It's because there is no immediate response or thing you could do to satisfy this. So your primitive mind's request for action, it's just basically telling you to respond to something that is not a possible thing to respond to. And so the more you think about it, the more your mind is going to put energy into trying to make you do something about it, but there's nothing you can do. So energy is being put toward something that cannot be done, which causes you to feel weak and helpless, hopeless, frustrated, and even depressed. And this is simply energy in your body that's being misdirected. It's causing your body to become depleted of the energy that you have that's necessary for maintaining your body, repairing your body, and all the other things that it does without us realizing that it's doing. It's a magical thing, this body of yours. So when the dysfunctional and depleting preoccupations of like guilt and shame and resentment, when you clear these, all that energy is freed and becomes able to redirect itself to things that serve you, like healing your body or completing a task that is actually possible, right? So this is really incredible to know that the healing functions of your body leads you to having things like vitality and your health increased and feeling more comfortable and having more strength and more power, and you just feel more clear and your energy is being focused on things that serve you rather than things that don't serve you that you can't do anything about. And this is why I say, and I've proved with my clients, that when you release stuck emotions, it creates space in your body because that energy is released. So then there's room for something else to come in. And I have examples where love comes in almost immediately, or whatever it is that's on reserve for you. And it's just you being able to access that energy now that there's all this muck that was cleared out. There's now room for something else to come in, some other energies. And this also raises your frequency, raises your vibration. After I released the resentment and anger toward my dad that I talked about in the last episode, I manifested my next partner like within that first month. And I felt energetically pulled to move from New York to Chicago, which is insane because I used to say that you couldn't pay me to move back to Chicago. And I suddenly felt overwhelmed with all this energy and love and like longing for my family to go and spend time with them. And I did that. Even when I tried to stay, the universe was like aligning and stripping things away from me to continue to move. Like I was trying to stay in New York, and then the universe was like, nah, bitch, we're not doing that right now. And so the second I got back to Chicago and I was staying with my family for a couple of months, that first month I was there, I met my partner who I'm clear as day, 100%. I knew we manifested each other, and it was like he was my next assignment and I was his. Like there's no denying it, especially because he had all these 44s in his phone number and his address. I was like, this is like a GPS location from the universe, like marking coordinates for me. And then later I realized that he also had a 33 in both his phone number and address at that time, which is so wild because 33 only recently started showing up for me and I noticed it while I've been in Bali. So that's kind of mind blowing to know that he also had those numbers. Anyway, so to clear away guilt, shame, resentment, all that, you have to first check in with yourself to ask yourself if it's okay for you to release it. And I know that sounds crazy. Like, of course it's okay. What do you mean? Like, you may not realize this, but say, for example, if you lost somebody and you are holding on to like regret, like, oh, I shouldn't have said this. I shouldn't have done that. The last time I talked to them was like this or like that, or I should have spent more time with them. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, all over the place. You are sitting in exactly what we're thinking about right now, what we're talking about right now. And this is not actually you caring about the person holding on to this guilt or, whatever it is that you're holding on to. And the reason why I was saying that you have to give yourself permission, ask yourself if it's okay for you to release it, because you may not have allowed yourself to even decide, hey, I'm not going to sit with guilt and shame and feel like shit every time I think about this person, because does that person actually want you to be feeling like shit when you think about them? Think about that, right? So instead of feeling like shit when you think about this person, you can establish a connection with them, with their energy, because energy is not destroyed. So if they are an energetic being, they are a soul that came in and was hanging out in this skin suit, and while they were here in that skin suit, they connected with you, they're still with you. Like, this is something that we would get to heal essentially in like an RRT session. And I've seen it happen with multiple clients of his in videos, like actual start to finish in 1 hour, they are completely healed from the thing that was keeping them stuck in this loop and creating physical illnesses from these thoughts and beliefs that they've kept and held on to. So to clear guilt and shame and resentment, you have to check in with yourself first and foremost and ask yourself if it's okay for me to release it, especially if it's somebody that you lost. You're holding on to the guilt because you confuse it with caring. You blame yourself, or you think if you let this go, then you're letting that person go. But that's not the case at all, because you're confusing guilt with caring, because only caring people feel guilt, right? So you're thinking if I release this guilt, then it means I don't care anymore. It means I don't love them anymore. It means something, but it doesn't mean that, because if you think about it, at the end of the day, if you are doing okay, I'm sure they're happier about that. They'd like to see you doing okay. And it's for the greater good of all for you to be doing okay. And when you realize that, you're able to see that holding on to what it is that you're holding on to no longer serves you, and you literally can't do anything about it. It'd be more beneficial for you and everyone else to not be feeling guilty about something that you shouldn't or should have done or happened to you or shouldn't have happened or whatever that you literally can't do anything about. And when you think about this too, it's like, say you're going to a dentist or you're going to have surgery or something. Do you want the person that's performing a surgery on you to be preoccupied, feeling guilty about something? Or do you want their mind and their entire energetic field to be cleared before they start doing something, whatever it is for you? And that's the same thing with you. It's better for everyone in this world that you interact with, that you release yourself from this guilt or shame or resentment or anger or whatever that you're holding on to, because it's a preoccupation that's distracting the energy that's in your body to do things that it can't do. So when you release that and stop caring about things like that and you remove them, then that energy is now able to go into places that actually serve you, make you healthier, make you happier, and attract things at this new frequency to bring them into your life. Mic drop sound effect coming right meow. Just kidding. That'll have to do. But that's it. That's all I had for you today. Short and sweet episode. Let me know what you think, if this is helpful, and if you want to do an RRT training therapy session with me. I am wanting to practice what I'm learning and get you results in the process for free, baby. Limited time offer only, and I can only take about 10 people because time is limited, darling. But after this, I will be charging for these sessions. So hit your girl up. Connect with me on Instagram. If you haven't already, please leave a review. Take a screenshot of it and send it my way, and I will give you access to our monthly membership, Redefine Reality, for 1 month for free. Holla. Okay, talk to you later. Gotta go. Bye.